What's the verdict? Horrible. And a lot of lesions all over her body. And these strange bullet holes too. No wider than an inch. I can see right through her. Blood loss extreme. She was paralyzed from the wounds. Someone shoved a spear perfectly onto her lower thoracic spine. It was almost calculated. A small chance of recovery was possible, albeit for a brief moment. Kanako-sama was not to touch the impure waters. These are the waters of common folk. Just being in its vicinity is enough to harm her. She didn't deserve this. She didn't. Who or what could have done this? I don't know for certain, but I have a guess. Lady Yakumo. That's what the reporters claimed, at least. Don't let the outsider know. She'll only ruin it.
Not picking anything up. What's the point in bringing this expensive stuff out here?
Yukari company says that there's a lot of radioactivity in the area. That's what they're telling me. The plane's going to capture it.
You sure Gensoki's water won't mess with the drone?
We had this jet commissioned specifically to study Gensoki's border. There's going to be no problem. We never had one before, so there's no use worrying now.
Right. I had a hunch, that's all. Operation Haisebara was an absolute failure, so I'm still quite concerned about this.
Hunches are stepping stones to failure. If you keep thinking about your worst fears, chances are that it will come true. Let's praying that something doesn't randomly come out on the border again. Yeah, everything is strange these days. I thought it was just people, but it goes beyond that.
Yeah, it was so odd, though.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of something.
Huh?
There's a new guy coming to our station. Notice says that he's an agent. A part of Shirasugi.
Shirasugi? You mean the group that got into Gensoku?
Yeah, that's the one. He's relatively new, but he's got some history. Some of these people say that he's from Gensoku itself and somehow escaped.
Shit. Okay, I believe you.
You really gave me a scare the other night. I mean, I was just looking at the sky, and then you popped out of nowhere.
Well, I have quite the knack for surprises.
You can say that again.
So, what's it like in the human village?
The what?
The human village, where you live.
You guys call it the human village? It's fine, I guess. Not many people visit the shrine, so it's usually quiet. And I don't go down there unless I want to shop with a friend. A few donations would be nice though.
I see. I'm kind of in the same situation. I would love to go down to the village, but Kanako-sama warned me many times of a creature that lurks around here. She calls her Momiji.
Momiji?
Yeah. She used to be the guardian of the mountain for quite some time, but she was from such a different background. Rumor has it that she drank the waters of this mountain, and over the course of 100 long years, became a beast.
Well, that's terrifying. I had to kill a beast too, a couple years ago. The crops in the village were dying because of her red mist, so I put her down at the compromise of her mansion and my old shrine. Lady Yakumo was the one who rebuilt it.
The mountain's been spreading rumors about this beast for a long time now. Way before I was born. Nobody has found a way to kill her. She just kept coming back. This is the way to the waterfall. Momiji said to reside in this area. Better be careful around here. She could be anywhere.
It's a bit jarring that we're forced to do this type of stuff. Each time an incident occurs, everyone uses us as scapegoats or magical tools to fix it all. But if it's for Gensokyo...
I guess we could call ourselves incident resolvers.
Incident resolvers?
Yeah, it sounds nice, doesn't it?
You know, for a couple of punching bags, that name sounds nice. Well, I've got a gun, so I don't think this Momiji... Get out of here, I'll handle this. Die, you piece of dog shit! Huh?
Copyright?
What the hell just happened?
I don't know. It's alright, don't strain yourself. You need help.
So does the rest of this place.
Two years ago, I went down to Kamogawa just to see the views, nothing more. I reached the place just as the sun was setting. When I did, it was a marvel to look at. The sky was orange like the fruit. The clouds were like ink blotches. Swordsman Musashi's calligraphy even. This sunset reminds me of that sight. It was indeed beautiful. Don't you think so too?
I too wish to go down to the outside world. But... Mistress, why do you rage?
I have been alive in Gensokyo for thousands of years. In that time, I've learned of many things. Things that influence this land. Good and evil. The cycle of virtue and disaster. Yin and yang in the ornate western land of Zhongguo. I studied this cycle extensively. Experience was my great teacher above all else. It is that which taught me about the thousands of flaws of this place. I seek to expunge those flaws, for despite the years I have lived, I have only found the solution recently. Many have tried to stop me indeed. And even now, they clearly do not understand. Gensokyo is imperfect, Ran. It is not where it is supposed to be. Political strife among the masses, infighting of various degrees, the very balance of the natural order threaten. It must all cease. None of the other founders had made an effort to change this system. That is why I take upon the duty to clear the yin and to create a new Gensokyo.
But a world, let alone something as far and wide as Gensokyo, cannot exist without yin. Yin means the darkness, the absence of things, the space, while yang means the fullness, the brightness and the environment that we witness and behold. All things need dark to complement the light.
You are right indeed. But in these times, the land has gone too dark. It was only dimming for the past 100 years, and now there is none of great power and value left to uphold Gensokyo. I believe that I am the only person capable of this undertaking. To turn Gensokyo into nothing less than perfection, a work of art rivaling the cosmos and the very work of Izanagi and Izanami. A new world. But to do that, I must grow stronger. Alas, the great cherry blossom was not enough to sustain my power. I must find more.
Mistress, do you count people as flaws?
When it comes down to the state of Gensokyo, indeed so, I really do not have any choice left. All flaws will be expunged. All of them.
I understand. In fact, we might have a flaw in our hands. It's the one with the third eye. She wants to leave Gensokyo. Abandon it. She and her team have already created the instrument to escape. The city of Earth spirits. The sky and beyond will aid her, but we should not let that happen.
We shouldn't. How horrible it is for a founder to abandon her creation.
Have you formulated a plan? You were always known for your quick thinking.
Unlike usual problems, where I devise a solution rather quickly, this was unprecedented. She was my friend indeed. A part of my heart shall break. But this must be done.
At ease, magician. I am no thief.
You here to sightsee or give a donation? Do it next week. Shrine's closed.
I'm not here for either. I'm here to look for my old friend. To fulfill a promise.
Fulfill a promise? You here to see the Miko?
Yes. Do you know her?
Of course I know. She's my friend. But, she left yesterday, so I'm the one taking care of this place for now. Well, if you are one of Sachine's friends, you deserve some hospitality. Right side, that's the house. I'll make you some tea. Come right in. What's your name?
Maria.
Moria? Your family name is Moria? As in, the mountain goddess?
Yes, an odd coincidence.
Right? I mean, one of my friends has the same too. Asahi was his name. You know him?
Oh, no I don't.
Oh, I thought you'd know him. Damn.
Is everything alright?
Yeah, it's all good. Just give me a sec.
Goggles functional. Error fixed.
Ah, there we go.
Do those goggles help you see?
Yeah, they're a replacement for my eyes.
Your eyes? What happened to your eyes?
Yeah, it's a long story, but since you asked, I figure I can tell you. Here's your tea, by the way.
Thank you kindly. Please, continue.
You're welcome. I lost my ass 10 years ago. Still had a lot of friends. Kept going around Gensokyo with them. We'd have plenty of fun together, just flying around on our brooms like that, over the flowers and trees. And this one day, my friend, they told me, "Hey, check out that sunflower field out in the distance." And I got puzzled, you know? Because there was never a sunflower field in that area. It was supposed to be a thick forest. I swear it was a thick forest the previous day. So my friend flew over that area. I heard their voices. But when I turned around to look at them, they were gone. Vanished. So I, dumbfounded, decided to fly over the fields looking for them. Instead, I got ambushed by this gardener-type lady. Green-haired, red eyes, demonic looking. She got me from flight. We fought. She had some that could fire a heat ray. I narrowly missed it. Yeah, but it burnt my eyes. Bad burns, real bad burns. But I lost my friends too. That was the worst loss I could receive. More than losing my eyes.
I'm sorry, young lady. That must have been terrifying, to say the least.
No shit, it was.
Your goggles, however. You must have a very good friend to make such a device to restore your vision.
Friend?
What's wrong? My apologies if I upset you further.
Nah, I'm fine, ma'am. Really, I'm alright. So you're going back, like, straight home?
Yes, indeed. I have rather important matters to attend to. Well, not as important as this. Thank you for the tea, young lady.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I shall keep the item of interest in the information box. You must tell the Nico to see it as soon as possible.
You can count on me.
You were very kind. Thank you for today.
Anything for a friend, ma'am.
And what is your name?
Kasen MARISA. Just an ordinary magician.
Well, good luck.
The power of the Yatagarasu will help retain our energy for longer, enough to provide us with electric power for 10 years. But we must stop Lady Yakumo from accessing this location.
Are you sure that the plan will go for certain? She must have something up her sleeve, too.
Ibaraki must be on board with this plan of ours, and Lady Yakumo would be inclined to act like a rep. It looks like the medalist here.
You must be with her, Director. I'll take the initiative and safeguard the reactor.
If that's the case, then so be it, Rin.
Dear Crow, I will one day free you of your shackles.
We're here this morning to introduce to you a new plan of action in accordance with the data received as of last night regarding the Gensoki space-time border. I will be giving the opportunity to speak about the special case to the new member of the Eastern Kinijo team, MOMIJI Rinnosuke. He is a former member of the Shirasagi Committee and will be your guide for most of the Gensokyo observation operations due to take place around the Mount Tengu border. MOMIJI, you may take the lead.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, team. Today we're going to be going over the revised study of Gensokyo's barrier and what we can do to broaden our search in a safe yet advantageous manner. We've to do our search on the direct northwestern side of the barrier because that is the most vulnerable spot in comparison to the rest of the area. Of course, times have changed since the 90s and we aren't exactly sure if the entrances have been sealed off, but it's worth a look. And even if they are, we can brute force our way in despite the barrier attempting to block us. This is Gensokyo. This is the main location that we were designated to study. There's been several attempts at entering it that took place from its initial discovery in 1982 all the way until 2005. And there were many people who were hindrances in our progress, to say the least. It's been discovered that there's magnetic interference in the northwestern side of the Gensokyo barrier, around Chino. This incident, we have no idea how it had happened, but something had to have occurred from the inside. And whatever the case be, we've figured out our way in, and this is a goldmine for the team and the military as a whole.
This is Tower 1 and 2. We're approaching Gensokyo airspace in 3 minutes. Roger, Tower 1 and 2. We hear you loud and clear. Report in as soon as you reach the smeared area. Over. Copy that. Tonight's gonna be a long one. That's good nothing. No, there's gonna be something, alright.
Good evening, Director Komeiji. I was hoping we could have a nice chat about your escape plans.
Is that so? Because I logically cannot trust a space-time anomaly that has slipped into my palace. Why are you here this time? No response, huh? Seriously, I can't decipher that brain of yours. Well, whatever's left of it, that is. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. At least you won't pose a threat to this facility.
If you're interested, I could give you the key to leaving Gensokyo for good. I know you've kept that crow chained up underneath this facility. Maybe you could harness its power a better way. Let's say, turning it into a machine rather than a living creature.
What kind of machine? If it's like one of your Shikigami, then I'm not interested.
Oh, no. I don't mean anything like that. Not cheap fabrications of living beings. I'm thinking turning it into a literal power cell. A massive battery, if you will.
You're stuttering your goddamn words, Yakumo. And that was the plan. We already used her as a power cell. It's based on a complex schematic created by my associate Rin. A grid that operates on the core powered fully by fusion reactions. So it means whatever you say won't change my mind. But I'm intrigued. The current escape plan we have now is to use the energy to separate the city from the rest of the mainland. Then it's just a tough game against Earth's gravity.
How exactly are you going to pull this maneuver off?
We made these specialized sentinels to mark out the city's perimeter and dig a trench around it. The idea is to create a dome around the city that can have various openings for the main thrusters.
That's fancy.
So what exactly are you here for? You're the only person in Gensokyo I can't read.
Like I said, I give you a key, a ticket straight out of this land. Electromagnetic coil cannons. Place them underneath the entirety of the facility, but not before building large deflection pads around the perimeter. These coil cannons could fire giant metallic projectiles that could bounce off the pads and propel the city into space, if it's powerful enough.
That's the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard. Who's to say the whole city wouldn't just tear apart?
Believe me, it won't. I'll take care of that. And why else do you think I'm here? I hate Gensokyo just as much as you do.
What? I cannot believe you. You're one of the 3 sages, and one among the founders.
But you're one too. Wouldn't that make you a bit of a hypocrite, Director Komeiji?
Fine.
Well then, let's get the construction started. Tell your associate Rin that I may have to be the one in charge. In the meantime, this is where I get off. Good day to you, Director.
Yakumo, powerful troublesome. I may not be able to read your mind. I know full well of your intention. Feed intel to your beyond but I am safe. A dear friend of yours that you abandoned in your selfishness. Ibaraki Doji.
Director, I'd suggest that the superalloy layers be examined thoroughly. There's a chance that they may go beyond 15 meters. After all, we cannot tell what Lady Yakumo would do if she wasn't held back by Ibaraki.
Ma'am, Plan A is ready to commence at your call.
All stations, prepare for layer scanning. Force of the last layer is crucial. Even though I'm leaving, if there's one founder still believes in Gensokyo, it's me. I can fix this.
You've changed quite a lot since we last talked, Kasen. Acting as a pawn for the director. That's quite the humiliating sight. Especially for the likes of someone with your position. What is it that you sought? The thrill of the fight? An acquaintance after years of isolation? Or was it the fact that you've decided to pick a side? Considering this place's downfall, I wouldn't doubt it. But you're too late to come and make a change. We were in dire need of your help when the ones from the sky attacked Gensokyo, and yet you abandoned us. To act like a hero now would mean nothing but insincerity from your part. I am not doing this to act like some kind of hero. While Komeji's departure may be unforgivable, it is with no doubt that she has a reason for doing so. When a land is corrupted by its ruler, even the roots become poison. Wars break out. Those we were supposed to guide, kill, and lead others to doom. Whether you do or do not understand my proposition, I am not certain. But the very crime that you are committing, as aware as you are, is the most unforgivable of them all. In short, I shall be the one to deliver upon you death. So be it.
Kasen!
Director, she's not holding up too well.
Sound the alarm, now!
The alarm? What would that do?
We need to catch her by surprise or Ipadaki might die!
This is the end.
Load the package!
But Director, Ibaraki may never go back to normal.
She knows the risk, now load the damn package!
Prepare for fire!
Deliverance cannon armed. Prepare for fire.
Spell overflow. The radiation levels are spiking. Right at us. Rin!
Never did I think this day would come. I'd be able to embrace my true self again. And to kill a demon like you. I am ready to commit heresy.
Ipadaki knows you, what Kasen used to be. In that form, she's 100 times stronger, but she's not gonna do well with space-time hockey. In fact, she's just as vulnerable to it as a human being. It also makes her a lot more stubborn, so I doubt she'd listen to us.
Will she be able to go back to her normal self?
Only after 14 hours. Once it runs out, she'll go back to normal. But let's hope Yakumo gets defeated by then.
Which? Why couldn't you have given her the position to rule? If she was truly your mother, you would have let her live.
Maybe I would have considered it, but it was wasted on your absence! I never want to let my closest friend fall to decay, unlike you. Die! Face me, Yakumo! This is the end!
Weird energy is fizzling as we speak. A final blow, that's all it takes. That will give us the chance to end this.
You can't feel now. Come on, Ibaraki, just one more punch.
I haven't had a tough battle like this in thousands of years. Attacking the body and the mind. I believe I've had enough. Huh? And I believe you've had enough too. From where? Where's she? You're still persistent. Well, that doesn't matter now. You have been drained of any will to fight, thanks to my own prowess. Kasen, Ibaraki Doji, whatever you may be. Keep this in mind. My plans will not cease, and I'd rather not have you intervene in them. Silent now, are we? I assume you know very well where we are. Welcome to Hakugyokuro. This is where you'll be forever.